What's up, Dragon Brood? I just realized this has kind of become somewhat of a theme week because we did lizards, then cats, and now we're doing raccoons. But the last version of raccoons we played was surprisingly good, so we're going to try a couple of tweaks here from the last list and see if it's still as good as it used to be in the new standard meta. And I have high hope for this because our last two decks did very well, so you should check out those videos too. But we're starting with some Torch Tower because we need a little bit of removal, not a ton, but you know, some. We do have Land of War Elves because we do have a lot of things that cost 3 and 4, so this extra mana will help out a lot when being aggressive. We do have a couple of Abrades just for some extra removal in here. A couple of Frenzied Baloths because they do make other creatures uncounterable, so why not? Keen-Eyed Curator. This is good for those graveyard matchups. Should give us just what we need to fight those. A couple of Wandertail Mentors. Again, just having that little bit of extra mana to make this deck flow okay. But it does get bigger because we have a fair amount of things that cost 4 or more. Scrap Shooter. This is kind of like a catch-all for artifacts and enchantments, but it's just a really good blocker. Even against random flyers that you don't even think about. Against the life gain decks. Against the mono red decks. Like, there's just some annoying flyers. This is actually pretty good against. We're a Trash Tactician. You'd be surprised how often we gain life from this card. It's actually very good. And the extra mana, obviously, is excellent. Ouroboros, obviously, this is going to be a way to help us close things out, growing our team, which is why even having those extra little mana creatures isn't a problem. Halana and Alana Partners, this does have First Strike and Reach, but really just pumping our other creatures and giving stuff haste is always good. Nova Hellkite. Now, this is a fun card that actually kind of works well with Wandertail Mentor, because while you can warp it for 3, you can still pump the Mentor and then attack for some extra damage. So we'll see how often that comes into play. It is also a flying haste creature, which is helpful. And we have Vivian Reed to kind of help us just keep looking for other answers, which is really nice. And something to do against control decks if things go sideways a little bit. And don't forget, if you want to buy this or anything else, be sure to check out Tales of Adventure. It's toamagic.com because you can save 5% when you use my code DRAGON. It's DRAGN. And that's on anything you get on the site. So go use it, save yourself some money. For now, though, let's go see if the new version of Raccoons are as good as the old version. Oh, we get to a version we do all the like 3 and 4 mana things. Oh, easy mulligan on this one. This is better. So let's go ahead and get rid of one of these forests. Let's keep and let's play this tapped. All right. This is kind of interesting. It's like a sort of how much damage do we want to take kind of thing. You know what? Let's go ahead and play a Wandertail Mentor. Because depending on what they do here, we might Halana and Alena. But, okay, they're just leaving that up. Then we're not going to bother with Halana and Alena then. I'm just going to play this. And they just force you to have to kill something. Because they will here, obviously. Wow, even before we get to attack. So I get to pump my dude. I guess I want to spend the mana here, actually. I could have got in for 2 there, but yeah, I was going to say, get some lands off the top if they're there. Yeah, we'll keep them where. That's fine. And I assume they have other counters over there, so sure. I guess we attack then. I'm going to play land into a Wrath. Nope, that didn't happen. Wow, this is not good. This hurts a lot. I think we're just going to attack. It's not worth it to play Alana and Alena here when we know they're probably just going to die. I mean, sad if they don't. You know, that we could have got away with it there probably, but it's whatever. Like I said, we knew it was a possible thing. Yay, you get to exile a dude. I guess this is where we're supposed to give them a card. So let's do this. We will give them a card to unlock our thing, which does give us the ability to pump the Scrap Shooter. Put this in tapped. We will play this with Warp, so if they do have another sweeper. We'll still have access to that, and they're at 2. Alright, do what you're going to do here, opponent. Alright, we got there. I see a lot of comments where people say certain decks are too slow, or they can't beat these things, or it always dies to control. And like, y'all watch the videos. Like, this isn't made up stuff, and it's not just my channel. Other people are doing it too. So we gotta stop with this. Like, we had an opponent that literally killed something, killed 2 things, removed something, and then we still won with the aggro deck that didn't have a particularly fast draw. So, just saying. Okay, let's keep it. Little interesting, because even if they kill Llanowar, we could still play another Leave Up Torch, possibly. Or we just play the other and hope to land an Ouroboros. So let's do it. And I'm playing that first and taking the damage, just so we have red mana up if I play this tapped, which is going to be the case. Especially if this ends up being a situation of them playing, like, land into a landfall type creature. Oh, they don't have it? Wow. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure they're playing a landfall deck is the vibe I'm getting, but I'm just going to go for it now. Like, now we're just going to be bigger than they are. So let's go. And we have 2 removal spells anyway, so we can respond even to some weird landfall trigger or whatever else. Yeah, if they're just Hydra, it doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter. Play this tapped on green, I guess. It doesn't really matter. And then next turn will be lethal no matter what they have here, really. We can also activate a creature land at that point. Yep. Easy peasy. I will say, that is a very surprising keep from the opponent. Even if you have all your land drops, if the only thing you have is a Mossborn Hydra to cast, you're basically assuming or hoping your opponent has nothing to interact with their Hydra, to attack with, or anything. No counter spell. Like, that's a lot of faith in the one creature. Yeah, we'll totally keep this. See what you got. Nothing that we get to kill, which makes us sad. Alright. Just getting these starting towns down there. No, they're gonna get our Wandertail Mentor. Wow, a little bit aggressive. I don't hate it, but alright. Guess we just do this, set up some mana. I was thinking this is where we would see an enchantment, but nope, they're just going for the get loss. Sure. Let's play a Llanowar Elf. And this. That was really aggressive to just get lost both of those mana. I mean, I'm assuming they don't have a sweeper or anything, or they would have just allowed us to fill up the board a little bit. Though we run into opponents all the time that they want to counter every spell, they want to prevent every point of damage. And it's like, that's cool, you know, on the one hand, but Keen-Eyed Curator, probably good in this fight, I would imagine. I mean, why not? Now you want to kill it? Just like ride down or something, probably. Oh, rides in. Yeah, okay, fair enough. So this is just mono white control, straight up. Oh, or not. There's apparently a Jada. And a Shelter Bygos. Okay, that's a thing that happened. Doesn't matter a lot, but it's a thing that happens. This is weird, man. I don't know what's going on right now. Like, that's a lot of, like, control style removal to then just see Giada and be like, alright, I guess this is what we're doing. Like, for all I know, well, I mean, would they be playing Wrath alongside Shelter by Ghost and Giada? Maybe. I have no idea. I mean, hell, I don't know. Maybe you got more ride downs. Shoot, I got no clue what's happening. We're just going for it. Like, if you have it, you have it. Okay, I guess they're out finally. A split up. Ultima. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, who's playing this deck? Like, what even is this pile of cards right now? Like, this doesn't even make sense. And no insult to my opponent, because I see people do this all the time on the ladder. But it's like, what is this deck doing other than just like, I'm going to try to remove everything the opponent does, you know? I mean, you're going to make a lot of angels here. So, I mean, that counts for something. I mean, I ain't going to hate it. What do we got here? Instants, enchantments, creatures, and that's it. All right. I mean, there's no need for us to attack there, I guess. Play this tapped. End the turn. So they're going to gain a bunch of life. Yeah, this is weird. I mean, good on them if it works. I just don't get it, but sure. I mean, they're going to make 2 angels, which are a big deal. And we take 6, right? Oh, take 5. And they gain 5. Oh, they're attacking with both of them? I guess in their mind, it actually makes sense. Unless we find, like, what's her name? No, that's not it. Alright, cool. Ooh, mulligan. If we don't get 1s and 2s in the opener, I think it's pretty easy to just say, let's mulligan and move, you know? Keep this. And funny, I drew a Burst Lightning, but I'm actually going to get rid of that. And probably just go here. And thrusting. Ooh, that's a choice. I think we go here. So then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. Man, we'll be 1 short of doing both of these. But there wasn't a shelter or anything there, so that's cool. Attack for 1, gain a life. Makes perfect sense. That is excellent. Love to see that. So let's get red. We will still play this. I'm going to tap the Llanowar Elf, though. And then, yeah, that'll work. And leave up the Burst Lightning. Gain some life back. Attack for 4. See how the opponent feels about it. In the turn. So now if they try to shelter, we can at least respond with the Burst Lightning. Keep the opponent from doing anything too crazy. Healer's Hawk, sure. And then what? Sweet. So they'll get to move 2 counters to something. Kind of wondering what happens if we just take 4 here. Because I don't know this answer. I think taking 4 might be correct. Because I'm thinking if I shoot this and block, we take no damage, but then they just move the stuff to a flyer, and then we just have a different problem. Until we find Scrap Shooter or something, obviously, but that's a whole different thing. Or an Ouroboros. Never mind. What am I even worrying about here? The deck's like, nah, we got you, bro. Don't worry about it. Yeah, counter up. We want to do this first, right? So we could pump the Ouroboros. There we go. That looks a lot better. So then we get to attack for however much we damn well please here, I guess. Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, had we not drawn Ouroboros, I think I was still just going to play Wandertail Mentor and then just attack. And then force the opponent to make some decisions on blocks because they obviously weren't doing anything to the Halana Lena immediately. And we could still leave this up to kill either of the flyers or whatever. So we were still in a pretty good spot regardless because we were going to be attacking for more than they were going to be gaining. But yeah, getting a win against Life Game, pretty good. Ooh, all right, we're going to keep. But if Lana Werewolf dies, we're in a bit of trouble. Unless, of course, we find more mana, but we'd rather it just not die. That would be great. Ooh, sweet. There was no, like, seam rip or anything there, because it was about to be dicey. Alright. If you play something 5 or greater... Alright, so they're probably... Their plan is probably going to be play a dragon, let the dragon pick up the helm. Which, you know, it's fine if that's your game plan. Green? So here's the thing. We could go for Ouroboros here. Which, probably fine. But I think I'm actually just going to scrap shooter. Destroy this. They can have a card. We'll attack. They're not going to block. And then if we have 3 mana open, we can Nova Hellkite, try to kill this guy. They could shelter or something here, I guess. They're also stuck on just white mana, interestingly enough. Yep, and that'll do it. It's a shame we didn't get to play that one to completion, because we were about to do some things. We had all kinds of options with the extra mana from Moira, and we drew a land, so we'd had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could have played a Curator into a Hellkite. We could have just played Ouroboros into a Hellkite. Or into Curator. Like, we had the whole world at our fingertips. Sure, we'll keep this, but if we're not playing against creatures, this hand's pretty bad. Okay, against this, the hand might actually be pretty good. Especially if this is just the Landfall deck. Nope, it is not. It's something else. Oops. Maybe this is bad. Dang, just a sad 2/2 Goose Mother. I think we still just kill it. Alright, you got it. Come on, untap land. So we could have max options. Oh, this is just a weird Simic deck. I'm here for it, though. This feels like something I would play. Get green? I'm just wondering if doing this, Llanowar Elf, sack something, shoot that, is better. But I think I'm just going to do this. Like, if you have a bounce spell or something, so be it. Or a pump spell, even. I mean, we're here for it. Puts me in a weird spot, though, if they double attack here. Because, like, not blocking isn't fun. Okay, now we'll block, because they've tapped out to play the recruits. They might be waiting on their own Ouroboros, though, so we might need to get Ouroboros superiority. Okay, well, they agreed. Yeah, this is an interesting hand. We're going to keep it, but if Llanowar Elf lives and we get an untapped land, obviously we can play like Moira or something. I guess we're just going to play like Stab or something here on our Llanowar Elf. Well, they could also just want to draw a card too. Could be like Opt or something. No, it's a Flood Maw. Okay, sure. Very aggressive early Flood Maw. I don't hate it. A little bit surprising. I mean, it does in theory, slow us down a little bit. So if that's what their goal was, goal achieved. Excellent. If you'd have shown up a turn later, we'd have been sad. Let's go... I don't want to give them our better cards first, so we'll let you counter a Moira. And then we'll just play a Llanowar Elf. Because I feel like Lana and Vivian are both better than Moira in this fight. We can live with that. Want to kill our little 1/1s? And we get to choose? Yeah, sure. I guess you can have a Llanowar Elf. Oh, you're doing that. Well, I guess it's a good thing I plan to play a Vivian next turn now. I wasn't going to, but now we are. Actually, yeah, I'm just going to play Vivian now. I was thinking I might scrap Shooter to get rid of that, but they're probably playing other sweepers. Let's just get this out of here.
This will be over quick.
If I'd have had more mana, I would have played a scrap shooter and risked them playing a sweeper, but
Nature speaks.
now if they get rid of our Llanowar Elves, we're kind of relying on scrap shooter plus Vivian to find us some more fuel. Yeah. Have at it. Great. We'd love to have that later.
Life is tenacious.
Wow. Instant artifact, and we currently have land and creature. Okay. I guess we take this guy. So here's the weird part. Are we like enticing the opponent to do some things here? An attack? I think that other thing costs 6. The one that mills half your library? I don't remember if it costs 6 or 7. I think it costs 6. Either way, if they have it, they'll cast it. Alright, well. Can we kill them this turn? Is the question. Okay, I need a chance to think before I look with Vivian. So, if we play Sharpshooter, that's 3. That can attack for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 if we take a land. Then we'd be able to shoot them next turn. If we're not... Well, half only puts us at 11. Alright. If they have the cards they need in hand, they win anyway. So, we can't even worry about that. We'll take an untapped land.
We're the predators. You're the prey.
And this is just more of, if you have it, you have it. Congratulations. Let's go ahead and play this. Actually, wait. Is there a benefit to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? No, there's not. I was just wondering if we activated the land, if there was a extra benefit there, but there's really not. And then we'll play this because it's just worth more damage. Put a make this guy. So that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, wait, is that 15? No, I'm one short. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, so, okay. I was correct. So, yeah, now if they have another River Turn Monument, we just lose. If not, we win. Basically. Okay, stock up doesn't get us dead. We win. Way to go, Vivian. Vivian did the heavy lifting in this one. Found us a couple of key cards. Got rid of the River Turn Monument. And that's even with us missing a couple of land drops. I say that. I guess it was a combination of Llanowar Elves and Vivian holding the fort here. Against a control deck again. Yeah, whatever. Like, doesn't really matter. If they're doing all that, game's over anyway. Sure. All right. I just realized, could we have removed... No, we'd have been short on mana. I was just thinking if we turned our dude into a 7/7 and attacked, would that have done it? But we'd have been even less damage than we had there. So I think we took the line that had the most damage available, so not too upset at that. Okay, let's keep this one. It's functional. We can play a removal spell. Also, I should probably just play Starting Town there, because we're not as... Like, by playing the land on tap, we're basically saying, like, hey, we have something to do with this mana. Sure. Because I'm sure they have a thing to do here as well. Gonna play their own Burst Lightning to kill a Wandertail Mentor. I would not blame them. Oh, they didn't. Interesting. So what is that card then? An Amalia. Wow. Okay. What if we just kill that? Because that seems like something we want to do. And do we take advantage? If I do this, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana next turn. I mean, I guess we do this because if we draw another land, an untapped land, then we could just do multiple things. So let's get in there with this. You got it. That's also more than acceptable. Let's... I kind of want to do this first. And then pass. See if maybe we could bait the opponent into trying to use a shelter on the Enduring Innocence or something here. I don't know that they will, but it's a thought. Whereas if we attack, they just block, they gain 2 life. They still have the Enduring Innocence. They could also try to do something here, squirrely, where like they attack, see if we block, and then they try to shelter, or split up, right? Like that could be a thing. All right, Halaya, you got it. That's a point of life. Not a card, because that's a 3/3, not a 2/2. Essence Channeler. Alright, let's get rid of this now. This also says they're not likely to sweep the board now either. Not to say they won't do it, but not likely to do it. Okay. This is the best we could have hoped for. Those get to grow. We stack our stuff, so we get the Halana triggers first. There we go. All right. Yeah, so the cool part there is we were going to get to attack, even if they block, that's 11, 18, without even having to have the Frenzied Bailout, but we have that behind if for some reason things didn't work out. So being patient paid off on that one. Just not letting the opponent set up the way they wanted to, and then boom, get them with one big hit. But the benefit, this is what we're saying about the Wandertail Mentors, right? With our other spells being 4 and 5 mana, even if we don't have the Ouroboros counters, you're still attacking with like 4 4s and 6 6s and stuff, which is super significant for a 2 mana creature. We'll keep this. It's not super flashy. This is one that could very well... Oh, especially if we're going to draw lands. This is one that could get away from us if we're not careful. No, they're going to take our Ouroboros, obviously. I say that, though. They might take Scrap Shooter just because we can play that next, and then they have something to kill the Ouroboros. I mean, we also have burn spells for the bat that we can find later, so maybe it's not too bad. We'll see. But this hand has not been good so far. First draws were land followed by Llanowar Elf, so not what you want to see here for sure. Oh, and another land. That is hurtful. Let's attempt to attack here. I'm going to tap our Scrap Shooter. Sure. Alright, well, I guess the only thing we can do is let the opponent take their turn, and if they have a land followed by Enduring Curiosity, game's just over. Okay, well, they didn't have that, so that's good, because they'd have just drawn like 3 extra cards and gained life, and probably would have been hard to come back at that point. Now here we could top deck an Ouroboros, maybe Halana and Alana. Another Scrap Shooter would be fine, just not pretty. Yeah, a little late to the party, it feels like, but, you know, you do something. I guess I'm going to attack with the Llanowar Elves because, you know, they're not blocking flyers, and if the opponent wants to trade one for a Deep Cavern Bat, I guess we're okay. I can't believe we're going to get to hold both these Scrap Shooters up. That doesn't seem right. Pff, yeah, you can have a Llanowar Elf, bro. Curator. That doesn't do much. I mean, it's a body we can fight with, you know. Might as well attack. I'm totally willing to make that trade. Because now there's also a creature in the graveyard. So we just need one more thing. A land, or an artifact, or a planeswalker. Something else to go to the graveyard here. I'll just start removing stuff now. Don't even totally know what we're looking for here. I mean, there's a bunch of things that would probably be reasonable answers. I mean, our draw started out not great, but Scrap Shooters are kind of holding the fort okay for the time being. Okay, sure. Play Keen-Eyed Curator. And you already know it's in my hand, so no secret there. Okay, did you find a counter or removal spell? I'm assuming you did, because it can't be all lands in hand. I mean, I guess it could be, but I'm not believing it. Yeah, exactly. I knew better. I mean, at some point, you got to start blocking, though, right? Sure, Flood Pitch Drowner. You got it. Double block to kill off a Curator. No. Okay, this might be their option to have a Enduring Curiosity here. If this is just an all-in attack. Nope, this is just get rid of a Scrap Shooter. Okay. And just 2 things in the yard. We already have creatures and instants, correct? Yeah. Alright, we'll just load this guy with them as well. No real reason, just because we can. Man, also, a dragon would have been cool here, because then we could just pick something off. That would have been pretty awesome. Alright, well. Blocker, no. Your call. Alright, opponent goes to 1. I mean, if they draw a sweeper here, we just get our Ouroboros back, so that's fine, too. Golly. All right. So what's the way we block here? We attack, attack, attack. They chump block. They block a scrap shooter. We get an Ouroboros back. Yeah, okay, sure. Oh, Flood Pit's Drowner, of course. Like, you tap a scrap shooter. I was gonna say, why are you tapping anything else? So we just go no attacks. In the turn. Is this where you get the curiosity? I mean, you at least get to attack now with that Deep Cavern Bat to get in for a point, because you don't want to block with it. Yeah. Oh. Really? Flood Pitch Drowner feels like a little bit of crazy work here. But alright. I'm your Huckleberry. Probably just going to sack it anyway. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, there's probably something here. Well, now if we get something that could pump up the Wandertail Mentor. Of course we don't. Ugh. We have so many big cards we could draw here, and we're just basically hitting blanks across the board. So gross. Alright, another Flood Pit's Drowner. Sure. You got it. No attacks. I really don't feel like we should be in this. We started terribly, and we've drawn so much mana without hitting any of our big cards that have stuck at this point. So, kind of just is what it is. And away goes the Curator. All right. Dragon, maybe? Nope, there's a land for them. All right, I guess. Like, it's a body. Man, but at this point, we need Vivian or Boroids or our dragons or Halana and Elena. Like, there's so many things we could get here that would just be great. And we're just not getting them. I mean, at this point, we're just going to lose. Like, they just start attacking with everything, and they'll start getting enough life. Yep, you got another Deep Cavern Bat. We agree. All right, we take it. All right, I mean, we're slowly just going to die to these. Oh, my goodness, are you kidding? All right, well, this is one. It's just things don't go your way sometimes. If we got to take an L, we got to take an L. Is what it is, man. Sure. This is them saying they have removal spells and stuff in hand now. Or else there's no way they'd even be contemplating this level of attack. Yeah, you got it. And then we die next turn. Oh my god. Alright, well we weren't going to win that one. Like, we just sat there while our opponent just didn't even have to do anything. Alright, let's keep it. This seems reasonable enough to do things with. I kind of want to test what the opponent's got over there first. Okay, wasn't a counter. Sweet. Not to say they won't have a counter up here to be able to 3 steps ahead, but... What are we willing to risk? Do we just go for it? Alright. I mean, if you have it, you have it. I'll assume they land and sweep the board here. Or you at least have to kill the Ouroboros. Wow. They didn't. So what the hell does this mean? I mean, I guess we go for it. It's kind of like, why not, I guess. Counters up. Go attacking. I mean, you got to kill something. Oh, just making a blocker? Sure. Alright, opponent goes to 1, but now if they have a sweeper, they just die to our creature land. Yeah, Ultima doesn't even matter. Well, that was easy. Alright. That just works. So yeah, overall, this was a fun one. You know, we had some RNG issues in one of the games where we just drew a ton of mana sources and didn't draw any of our big cards, really. So that happens. Not a lot you can do about those fights. They happen. But outside of that, pretty damn good. You know, overall, I believe it was like 7-3 or something like that. I think when we did the math, it was like 70%. So that was actually really cool. If there's any changes, it's really about the Burst Lightning and the Torch the Tower, or if you want to play a Braids or whatever else. Any other removal, you know, your choice. And I'm realizing also against the blue-black deck, had we drawn any of the removal, that would have been fine too. We didn't really draw that either. But there's lots of options. This deck is able to cast all types of spells. You could swap out your top end if you don't want Vivian or you don't want Hellkite. You could also, if you really wanted to, probably even mess around with this space that's the Wandertail Mentor and the Frenzied Baloth, if you want to move those around. I think this deck leaves you a few options, but overall, it's fast, it's fun, it's good. I mean, and it's got game against most of the major decks, so I'm not really too much to complain about. But link will be in the description if you want to go over to Moxfield and download it, check it out. You should be hosting your stuff there too. Don't forget, save money at Tales of Adventure. Leave a relevant comment on this video if you want to be eligible for next week's drawing. And watch the next video because YouTube said you're going to like it. And it's still free and it always helps if to watch it all the way through. But that's all of you for now. We'll see you next time.